Hello, good day. Welcome to another edition of Addicted2. We're going to get connected with Big Mike. How you doing, brother?
Pretty good, man. I'm addicted too.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm excited to have you on the show because, you know, we met doing the 12-step thing, and I always know that when you share, it's real. You know, you don't hold back. There's no fluff. It's straight out from the hip. This is what's happening, and I really appreciate that because
Thanks.
you know, we're trying to get honest and whether we're having good, bad, or ugly or whatever. And, you know, we kind of forge friendships and then we learn to rely on each other and we come together, and that's the camaraderie part, you know. And we're not going to talk about the things that we talk about in the rooms. That's private. But on here, we could talk about whatever you want. So I just wanted to get into a little bit of your backstory, if you don't mind.
My background, eh?
A little bit of what led you into the addiction in the first place.
Pain.
Pain.
Mental pain. Like, well, I grew up here in Alberta, and I grew up on a farm, and, well, I didn't have a mom.
Oh, you lost your mother?
Well, little did I know at the time, nobody spoke her name, nobody said nothing about her, right? And so I didn't know, but my dad, I guess, took me one weekend and never brought me back.
Wow.
And I've met my mom now, and I talk to her every day. Like I met her for the first time in 1998, and then ever since I've been clean, we talk all the time. We have the greatest relationship. She lives like 15 minutes from me. So it's like when I was a kid, you know, growing up, going to school, I looked around and I thought, well, everybody's got a mom and dad. How come I don't? What's wrong? What's going on here? And so I kind of felt different.
I guess.
Right? And being the only child, right? Like I didn't have any brothers or sisters, and I had 3 abusive uncles that lived in the same house. And they got it from my grandpa, their dad. And so the only one that really cared about me was my grandma. And so, I don't know, my grandpa got sick. They sold the farm. We moved into a little town. It had like 4 streets and 4 avenues. It was just 60 people lived there. And, well, my grandpa dies, my grandma dies, and my dad died, all in like a few months.
Wow. So
right?
you just got hit all over the place.
I was 14 years old. My
Devastating.
dad had cancer for years, like 2, 3, 4 years, but I didn't know what cancer was, right? Like I was 14.
You're 14, you're just a kid.
And yeah, like so, and everybody drank. Like whether it was my household, the house next door, my school, you know, friends, their parents, when the parents got together, they drank.
That's the way it was in our generation.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
For sure.
Like, you know, so I watched it. But ours was a little different. Ours was abusive. Like my uncles would get abusive, and they'd either beat me up or they beat their own mother up, which really pissed me off. Like it hurt. I cried several times watching my grandma get roughed around.
Real.
Right? And then I just got old enough where, guess what? I'm going to use a baseball bat, a hockey stick. You don't lay a finger on her ever again.
So then, yeah, you reached the point where you got bigger than them and then you could tell them to back off.
Well, I was 14, but I just...
But then I'm guessing, though, too, I'm not judging you. I kind of came from not physically but emotionally abusive. And by then, you've got the isms and the anger is built up. So we're on a hair trigger now.
Well, of course.
I mean, so because you couldn't do anything about it before. So now when you feel that you can, then, you certainly stand up and say, we're not going to take this anymore, right? So just one question I've got, though. Did your mother give up looking for you, or did she, did she know kind of where you were? And
sort of, kind of. Like, at first she tried to find me, but my dad, he took me to BC, he took me to aunts and uncles, and, he told them, don't say nothing. You haven't seen him, he's not here.
Oh.
And so after a few years,
she gave it up.
Not that she gave it up, but she
probably got frustrated.
She was 17 when she had me, and she was Native. Okay. And so looking at her family background, they were all bad alcoholics too. And so she just thought,
she didn't have a lot of support.
She had none. Right? Like,
so you can see
she
it.
just kind of figured, well, maybe he'll be better off there. Maybe he'll have a better chance at things. Because right now, I don't got nothing
to offer.
Right? Yeah, and then later on, she just, I don't know. Yeah, stopped looking, right? Like, nobody was telling her nothing, and she couldn't get a hold of my dad, and, well, she didn't even know my dad was dead. She didn't know he died.
Well, yeah, I guess she wouldn't have got a.
Yeah, like 14 years went by. Nobody told her. Like, I didn't even know her name, to be honest. I didn't know. Nothing.
So how were you able to reconnect with her after so much time?
Well, it's funny because I have a half sister. My mom had a daughter before me, 2 years, and she was, like I said, 15 years old, Native. She gave her up for adoption. And so when my sister got to a certain age, she was like, well, I'm going to look for my mom. And she found her, because through the adoption agency, right?
They had that record.
Right. And so they started talking, and my mom said to my sister, well, yeah, you got a little brother. And she's like, oh my God, we got to find him.
Oh, so she started.
And, like, listen to this story. So when I was a kid, my uncle lived at Edmonton, and he had the same phone number my whole life. And so even no matter where I went, every once in a while, like every year or two, I would call him and say, hey, how's it going? I'm doing this, and I'm here, and blah, 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 blah. And I was living in Edmonton at the time, and I was doing a roof in West Edmonton Mall, or by West Edmonton Mall, and he lives there, so he came and seen me at lunchtime, and we went out for lunch, my uncle.
Okay.
And I was 27 years old. And so we went our separate ways, and then my uncle, when I called him one time, he says, oh yeah, I just got back from vacation. There's a message on my phone saying, your mom wants to talk to you. And I'm like, what? My mom.
Wow, just blew you right away.
Of course.
Yeah,
so
I can imagine.
I went home and I got drunk and I called her up. And then she said she's coming up to Edmonton to meet me the following weekend. And she did.
Wow, what a mind trip.
Oh,
what a mind trip.
Well, listen, that was the rockiest year I had so far. Like, me and this girl, we were dating and living together, and she got pregnant with my kid.
Yeah.
And he came out premature 3 months and died, 40 hours old.
Wow.
So I got super upset at things.
I bet.
And now I didn't beat these cops up, but I tried to. So they arrested me.
Well,
because I was at the hospital. I was at the hospital
when
they showed up, because I was smashing things. And
yeah.
And, well, they took me to jail, and when I got out, that's when I met my mom. It was like a rocky roller coaster every year, 1998.
So I could only imagine. Like, were you nervous? I
Well,
imagine
of
you're
course, of
you're
course.
nervous. You're excited. You're like you don't know whether to stand up, sit down, or shit.
Well, that's it. I'm just meeting her for the first time in my life. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. But as soon as we saw each other, we just started crying and hugging.
Well, I guess.
And yeah, she showed me pictures, and my grandparents were there. My cousin was there. Her husband was there.
Really?
Yeah.
They all came up.
They all came up.
Wow. Because she said, I found Mike.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
So
Like-
you must have been, this had to like just blow you away, but in a good way.
Well, of course,
Like
so
you found your family.
after the end of the weekend, because she was there for the weekend, she said, well, why don't you come down to Calgary when you get paid for a weekend and stay at our place? And so I told my girlfriend, yeah, I'm going down there. Right? Our relationship was so rocky, and I just went down to Calgary and I never went back.
Really?
Never went back.
But at least you had, like, now you found you got some roots. You got
Well,
a
that's
little
it.
bit of foundation.
That's the only reason I live in Calgary. I ain't going nowhere from my mom. Nowhere. Nowhere.
Wow, what a thing. So, and then now you talk to her every day.
Every day on the phone. Every day. When I'm at work, I call her, we talk, I don't know, an hour, sometimes 2.
So I'm just guessing, would she be a part, she's got to be a part of your sobriety story? Is she a reason?
No.
She's
No.
not a reason?
No.
No, she wasn't.
No. I lived with her for like 2-3 months, and she told me to go. She kicked me out. She said, you're screwing up our lives here with all this activity. Drugs and finding needles and
Yeah.
alcohol, and she didn't do any of that.
Oh, she was clean.
She was clean.
And
She
still
was
is.
clean, and still is.
Okay.
Yeah, she quit probably in her 30s. They quit smoking and quit drinking together.
Wow. And then she always left the door open for you? But you had to clean her up, or tough love?
Yeah, it was tough. Like, for me, it hurt. Like, how could she just tell me
Close the
to go
door
away?
on you after
yeah,
you find
exactly.
you.
Like she told me, don't come here. You can't come here. I don't want you like this. Like, we didn't talk about recovery. We didn't know, right?
Yeah.
She just wanted me to stop. And I didn't want to at that time. I was still in too much pain.
You and me both, brother. I didn't clean up. Like, I'm 59, so you could do the math. I've got 12 years. I tried it once before in Vancouver when I was about 35. Didn't last, but the seed was planted. But I wasn't ready because, again, like I was still I wanted to be numb. That's the only life.
That's it.
It's the only life you get to know, and then in embracing the chaos and whatever, becomes your best friend. We don't know how to live without it.
Well, for me, I just got used to it all. Like, any situation, I went through it. It sucked, but I got through it. So I thought to myself, well, I can do that again.
But you had, so looking at it, a person could see, you lost a lot at a very young age.
Well,
very close to you.
after my dad died and my grandparents died,
You didn't have anybody
wanted
for
me.
years and years and
nobody
years.
wanted me. Like, I got tons of family in Vermilion. Tons.
But you
Tons.
didn't know?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you did.
Oh, yeah. But nobody really wanted me because, well, growing up, I just did whatever I wanted. Like, if you weren't my dad, I didn't listen to you. And I told you so.
Yeah.
You're not my dad. I don't have to listen to you. And I do what I wanted. That was my motto. And I got in trouble lots. And no parents wanted me to play with their kids. But whatever.
You made your own rules.
So when they died, all these aunts and uncles, they didn't want me. They didn't want to take care of me. So I went to a foster home. Right? yeah, that's how I traveled the country. Vancouver, Squamish, Pemberton, Toronto, Montreal, St. John's, Newfoundland. Right?
Wow.
I just went from one home to the next. And of course I rebelled there as soon as they set down rules.
The hell with that.
Yeah.
And
Like-
then I could see, but I could for sure see the pattern. I took off at a young age and did what I wanted. I hitchhiked too.
And met cool people, right?
Yeah, well, we've got very similar trajectories, for sure. Like I was walking the streets when I was 18. I grew up in southern Ontario, and I was living on my own, working, doing dishes at a bar at night, trying to go to high school. And near the end, I was only a couple of weeks away from getting a few credits. I should have stuck it out, but I want to go to California. So I did. Me and my buddy jumped on a plane, flew to Vancouver, and anyways, that's another story. But I can see some parallels with you and me. And even with another fellow that was on here, Darwin, and I asked how did you end up on the streets? And it all clicked in with me with my hitchhiking and stuff. Freedom. It's all about freedom.
Wow.
Because nobody's telling you what to do. You do whatever you want, and even if you don't have much money in your pocket, you don't really care. You don't have any responsibilities except, what am I going to find something to eat and
See, that's what I thought too.
You know,
Right? I
'cause you're
thought I
young.
would be free, but
yeah,
I
but you
wasn't.
can never. No,
you know,
we're
and
not.
the
We're
reason
just kidding.
why is because I sold dope for people that had rules, like
Oh,
the
yeah.
bikers.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
enforced.
Here's cocaine, but you can't do it. Right?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, consequences.
Oh yeah, there was consequences, right?
Yeah.
But I hit it. And that's
But
you know.
you got yourself into a pickle here and there, I'd imagine.
Well, not
Or you-
really.
no,
Like
you kept her on the straight and narrow?
No, I did. Like at first, when I first started doing it, it was my friend from high school, and he was like, "Mike, instead of buying this shit off me, like an ounce a night, why don't I just give you 8, and I'll send all my business to you?" That's how it started, and it was good. Like we were doubling our money. I was paying $2,000 an ounce, but back then we were putting so much stuff into it. Like we're talking biker dope.
Yeah,
Came right off the docks of Vancouver,
yeah.
and
Well, they
then we got
control
to
it.
cut it. Right, and so it was like half and half. People were coming; they were climbing up the wall to get it.
Yeah,
Yeah, because it was so good still. And so the money was always good. It was just, I don't know, nothing seemed to be enough for me. I was always so greedy and selfish, right? Basically, I just wanted more.
well,
I
we all
wanted
do.
to do more.
Yeah,
I wanted to be more, you know? And then, of course, the cops brought it all to an end.
so you got busted,
Yeah, in Squamish, I got busted.
and then you did a little bit of time.
Well, I didn't do no time.
No,
My lawyer says, Mike, if you go to Alberta, the warrant's only BC wide.
oh,
They won't come and get you.
nice,
So I stuck out my thumb,
on the road.
ended up in Calgary, 1995.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then after 7 years,
No,
Or
no,
whatever it
no.
is.
You think that's true, but it every 7 or 10 years it goes up in front of a judge, and the judge can always just say, "Hey, reinstate it for another 10 years."
is that right?
That is correct. So when I got busted in 99, I picked up time and I went to Drumheller, and the parole officer was like, "Yeah, you want to waive these charges in?" And I was like, "Why? They're gonna just expire." He goes, "No, not if I have something to do with it."
Oh, he was gonna.
Oh yeah, he wanted me to bring him in, and I said, "Fuck him, fuck you." And he was like, "Well, I'll see what I can do." But they did eventually get dropped.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
Because too much time. had
But
passed.
that's when I found that out. He has the power or not him per se, but the
But a
judge
judge.
has the power. If the judge wants to make it keep going, that warrant will go on again for another 10 years.
I would imagine part of their thinking probably is if you're another province's problem and you're staying out of mine.
That's it. That's it.
then-
BC's like that. Not Alberta, though. Alberta will go to Timbuktu to get you. And bring you back.
BC, they got everything so clogged up there.
Look at
You're
it,
another
yeah.
addict. If you're gone and you're not costing them money, they're probably like one less check or headache for
Exactly.
him. So let's just, we got other fish to fry, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So then you come to Calgary.
Then I come to Calgary and I get off. I get hooked up right into the drug scene.
Yeah.
Like I'm walking down the sidewalk and I hold the door open for this girl. She's coming out. I'm going in. Our eyes meet. It was love. She happens to be a hooker. Wow. Now I know hookers. Now I know dealers. Now I know cops. And now I know tons of street people that do drugs.
They know you.
And now they know me.
And that's not a good thing. The cops and whatever,
That's
right?
it. That's it. They were always on top of me. Always looking around the corner. Where's Mike? Where's Mike?
Because they knew if they're going to find you, they're going to find you doing something.
Yeah.
So then, after a while, stuff happens. So then, stuff happens, and you do a little bit of time.
Yeah, I did 12 years. It's a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, that's a chunk.
Yeah.
And
well,
then
I went to drum and two guys sold me some heroin and I sold it to another guy. I was doubling my money.
Yeah.
And the guy I sold it to comes back with two big knives and says, I want my money back. This isn't fucking dope. So I went to these two guys and they were like, well, beat it, right? And one guy pulled a knife and, kind of threatened me with it. And the fight was on. And when I got hold of the knife, I stabbed them both. And one of them ended up dying. And I got another 9 years added to my sentence.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I mean, shit happens.
Well,
shit happens.
like, prison is a pretty dangerous playground, right?
Yeah.
You got a few hundred guys all weaponed up,
Yeah.
all drugged up.
Thank God, knock on wood, I never
Yeah.
had. I only spent one night in there, but it wasn't too.
Well, it's been 13
Crazy.
years now I've been out, so.
So then you get out. Did you have a bit of a plan to, when you got in, like after time, you said, you know what, I'm gonna do things different, or when you get out?
No.
No.
The only thing I
what
wanted
was
to-
your epiphany to
The only
say?
thing I wanted to do different is not do my product. I wanted to sell cocaine and not do it. That was the only thing I wanted to change.
Okay. And I'm guessing that didn't go so well.
Well, as soon as I got out, I had it in my hand. Buddy met me at the airport in Winnipeg. He got out 3 weeks before me, and he lived in Winnipeg.
Yeah.
So I called him. And as soon as I had it, I was getting high on the plane.
Yeah. You're not gonna not do it. No.
Well, I've said that 1,000 times. Every time I hit the remand, I said, I'm going to get out and I'm not going to smoke it. Every time.
Yeah.
As soon as I had it in my possession, it was in my lungs.
Oh yeah. I mean, you and me both. There's no way I'd be.
Well, I can't stop.
No, I mean,
Like, I cannot stop. And see, that's the thing that helps me today. Like, there's so many things I know. And there's so many things I believe to be true. I'm screwed. If I use drugs, I'm screwed. Like, there is no off switch. I can't flick the switch on and off.
No.
Like some guys can get high and drunk for the weekend and high and party, and then Monday morning they're going to work. That's not me. I know this to be true now.
yeah.
I know it.
What was it that life altering thing that Mike has his epiphany and says, that's it? What brought you to the rooms?
So April 19th, 2014, I got picked up on Stephen Avenue, and of course I was in possession of a whole bunch of cocaine. And I went to the remand. I was getting charged for possession for the purpose. I get to the remand. I don't get up to my unit until about 2, 3 in the morning. Now it's April 20th, right? And I'm there staring at the ceiling. There's 2 guys in the cells snoring and sleeping, and I'm there crying, and I honestly just said, you know what, God, if you're fucking even there, I need your help, because I don't want to do this no more.
Really?
Yeah. And I cried myself to sleep. And I woke up, and everybody on the unit knows me. Everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, teardrop Mike. And so everybody's trying to hand me joints and stuff, you know? And I'm like, no, I'm good, man. I'm good. And that was my clean date, 4/20.
4/20?
4/20 is my clean date to this day.
Wow. Yeah. That's wild. Right on freaking...
And I didn't have a clue what was going to happen, but I knew I didn't want to use no more, and I...
Did you know, because I mean a lot of us don't, how to reach out for help, or where to go, or did anybody guide you?
Not during my using, no.
No,
but when I came to the remand there, my friend said to me, Mike, hey, you should try and get into drug court. And I was like, well, what's that? And he was like, well, where people like yourself are getting high and selling drugs and doing crime, they will take you in on conditions, and yeah, you'll get out of jail. And ding, 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 lights went off, get out of jail.
Yeah.
Well, I knew I was going back for like 5, 6, 7 years for the amount that I had. Like I had 1,000 grams, over 1,000 grams.
Yeah, you had
of crack.
You had over a key.
Yeah, I was going away. And so I actually filled out the paperwork for drug court and got accepted. 60 days later, they came and got me. And I left the remand with a big smile on my face.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what did you have to do with that?
Oh
deal?
my God. There was about 100 conditions. 100 conditions.
Yeah.
They had a bed for me at Simon House. Right? I had to stay in treatment.
Yeah.
I had to graduate. I had to follow all the treatment rules.
Could you leave?
Oh yeah, I could leave. Like we go to meetings every night. They make you do 5 meetings a week.
Beats being in jail.
Well, that's it. Beats being in jail.
So you got a little bit of freedom, not
right.
And
then of course, you know, there was piss tests twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week.
Yeah.
And yeah, you had all these rules for drug court, all these rules from treatment. I just followed them.
You were doing good.
Well, I tried, right?
Yeah.
I made a lot of mistakes.
You wanted it.
Well, that's it. And I made the mistakes that I made that were bad. They threw me back in jail. They put me in jail for the weekend. They made me do community hours.
But you got to go...
Right, because I had to go to court every Thursday. I had to go to court for 2 years. Or no, 1 year, sorry. 1 year.
Oh, and you have to tell the judge how you're doing?
How your week has been. Right?
Oh.
You go and stand up in front of the judge, and like, you should see that courtroom, man. It's so different. Everybody's smiling and shaking hands and hugging each other, like the Crown prosecutors, the defense attorneys, they're all your friends.
Really?
Yeah, buddy.
I've never been to a place like that.
I can take you.
I've been down to... Really? Because I've been to family
Thursday.
court, and I'll tell you...
They're pretty mad and angry there, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. They want to see you on payday. Anyway, that's a whole nother issue, but we're not here to talk about me. But so seriously, So
Yeah.
they're there to be supportive. I've never even heard of this before.
Well, it changed my whole outlook on everything.
So they're there to help you out.
Yeah.
And even if you fall, they're probably like saying, "No, come on, Mike,
I
you
watched
can."
tons of people fall.
But they're there, like they're saying, you know, they're kind of supportive and probably telling you like you can do better. Like
Exactly.
get it together.
And they reprimand you if you do something like really stupid. Like I missed a drug test one night.
Yeah.
And my excuse was I forgot, and I went to a meeting. And when I got home to treatment, I had a phone call and saying, "Oh, you missed your drug test." So I got to the treatment center to take a piss test right when I walked through the door, and I was clean. So it showed drug court that hey, he wasn't using.
Yeah.
Just missed his test.
Because he went to a meeting. That's not really a bad
and
thing.
so they gave me like 8 hours community service. I did that one weekend. It was no big deal. You know what I mean? And then it happened to me again.
But
as
they
a
can
matter of
see
fact.
that you're.
Yeah,
you
they
weren't
could- they
really
could-
doing anything
Well,
wrong.
when I got into drug court, the guy that picked me up to take me to treatment, he was like, "You know what, Mike? I'm going to tell you something. 90% of this is honesty.
Yeah, and you were honest.
The 10% is consequences. You be honest, hardly anything's going to happen to you from now on. Like, if you're not honest, we're going to throw you right out. You're gonna go back to prison."
So I'm finding it a little, because I gotta tell you that like I never went to jail, but I'd be lying that even dead sober, I don't like cops. Probably because I got busted for speeding. I was doing stupid stuff. Even one night I was over in Hull. And well, that's the other side of the river in Ottawa. A cop was bugging me about making too much noise. I wasn't even doing anything too much, just partying with my buddy. And she was yipping, and I said, "Listen, you know, it's okay. We got Padoniers in the microwave. Like, gotta bugger off. You're bringing me down, kind of a thing." And I finally told her, I said, "Listen, I've had over 12 beers, and you're still ugly. Enough's enough." And I still laugh at that. So, but anyways, like, I mean, I'm just finding it hard to believe that you're getting busted. You must have had some animosity for cops at some point, and then you're in there shaking hands with them.
I hated cops.
And you're in there shaking hands with them. So it's a whole different attitude. Like, I mean, and now they're actually pulling for you.
Well, because the cops all my life have been dickheads because they're busting me.
Yeah, and I gotta clarify it too. I don't really hate cops as much because now I don't get caught speeding because I'm not speeding. I'm not doing stupid stuff. They're doing their job, and they are good guys. So I'm
not breaking any laws.
Yeah, I've had to change my attitude towards it too, right?
Guess what? They're not being dickheads to me. Like, I go to court on a Thursday on a rainy day. I'll go to drug court, and they love it when I come there because I'm a graduate. Right?
So you still go back once in a while?
Well, of course I go back. That place saved my life. I want to tell these guys that are coming through from the remand and the girls,
you can do it.
You can do it.
So they let you speak?
Oh, of course they do. They ask me every time.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I've never heard of this before in my life.
Well, I'll take you. The next Thursday that I got a day off from work, I'll take you. I'll call you up.
Okay, we'll see if I can get a little bit of time off because
it starts at 10:30 every Thursday morning.
Wow, because this is a whole new thing for me.
Yeah,
I didn't know that
there's police in there. There's lawyers. There's parole officers. There's caseworkers. There's defense attorneys. There's prosecutors and the judge. And the judges all know me, and they will all tell you the same thing, that I was a hard case.
Yeah,
like a lot of them didn't think I was going to make it, man.
But you're a success story.
Well, that's it. And I would come there just like tonight. "Oh, how's your week, Mike?" Fuck this. Look, I was so mad and upset so many times, and they were, "Well, thank you for being honest."
Really?
Don't use.
But you weren't.
No, that's
you got
it.
Together. Okay, well, we're out of time on this one, but we'll get you coming back and doing part 2. So you guys remember to like us on Spotify. We're on YouTube now. Got to hear Big Mike's story, and we got a lot of other people there too. So hope you stay safe and have a good 24.
Yeah, take care.
Hang on a second here.